What's up, guys? I'm Frosted Sandwich, and welcome back to Marvel Rivals. Today we are covering season 2.5. I know it's been a while since I posted a video or a VOD review anyway. It's been about 2 months. I moved from Utah to Virginia. I had a couple of things to take care of in my life, but now I'm back, and I'm gonna keep making regular content every day. Monday through Friday, so check it out. I'm also going to start working some Elden Ring Night Rain content in because I really love that game. I love Soulsborne games in general, and I am not on the bandwagon of people hating on Night Rain. I actually really like it, so you should be seeing a solo run come out tomorrow for that, but don't be worried if you don't like that content. I'm still going to be making plenty of Marvel Rival content, and it'll be much of the same that I used to do. I'm going to be making tip videos, VOD reviews, and then I'm going to try and make full guides once I get characters to Lord. Right now, I only have Mantis at Lord. I am kind of like I basically flex all the different positions. If you want to know specifically, like, I'm kind of all over the place, to be completely honest. But Mantis is my most played character. I really do love playing as her. But other than that, let's get into a VOD review. So this was Hela, who is very strong she's been strong since the game came out. I don't I know they had a snippet where people weren't banning Hela and Hawkeye, and I legitimately think that was just the gamers being bamboozled into thinking they weren't good when they were still just as good as they were. Hela's going to be banned a lot this season, but if they let her through and you're a Hela player, absolutely play her because she's very strong this season, and we're going to take a look at why. And first we're gonna go to the bans. So my team basically communicated here that we wanted to pass the second bans, which is why I didn't vote. And I also didn't vote for the first round because as Hela, getting rid of flyers, honestly not that big of a priority. Storm can be scary if there's a Jeff on the other field, Jeff on the other team. But if there's no Jeff on the other team, Storm's very easy for Hela to deal with. And I don't know that we're definitely not going to see Jeff bans come out, but Storm's probably going to be banned a lot this season too, especially once people figure out how strong Jeff NATO is. Because, I mean, it essentially is a free team fight win if you can pull it off, because support ults can't cancel it. The best they can try and do is try and kill Storm while she's doing it, and there's very few characters that can do that. Iron Man's one of them, and he's also going to be getting banned a lot this season. So really, it's going to be down to probably Magneto, and maybe like I'm sure there's a couple other characters that can do it. Let me know in the comments, who do you think can actually kill Jeff NATO or Storm while she's in Jeff NATO? The two that come to mind for me are Magneto and Iron Man. Punisher might be able to do it in his ult, but that's going to be a lot harder to pull off than with Magneto or Iron Man. But yeah, so these are the bans. We have Hawkeye, Storm, Iron Man. Those are pretty traditional. Typically the fourth one would be Hela. And that's pretty standard set of bans right now for season 2.5. It's probably going to change a little bit as we go into the season, I think. Luna's incredibly strong. She literally got buffed. I'm shocked that I don't see as many Luna bans as I do right now. I'm thinking that'll probably creep up. There we immediately saw that Punisher was in his turret, and one of the best ways to get him off the turret as Hela is to use her alternate fire into him, which basically immediately pushed him out. We do see that he's shooting over here, so we're going to try and engage Punisher. Unfortunately, we poked out just a little bit too far. That may have been a little bit of an overextension on our part. As Hela, you really don't want to be frontlining. You kind of want to be behind at least one or two teammates so that you aren't drawing full aggro and just throwing shots downrange. Our main targets are going to be this Punisher, number one, because we should win the fight against him most of the time. And then we're taking out those healers in the backline. As you saw, I immediately went for that Ultron afterwards. We're going to ignore the tanks, and unless they're the only thing in our field of vision, or the rest of the team's dead around them. Otherwise, we really don't want to be engaging tanks as Hela. Punisher is pretty big this season, and yeah, you definitely win. I think it's probably like 60-40. I don't think Punisher is terrible at the matchup, but I think Hela definitely wins it. So you should definitely be taking 1v1s with Punisher if you can find them. Here we're just aggressively denying line of sight. We have a decent position, and there's all sorts of spots on this map in particular where you can take positions like this where you kind of field of view on both sides, but the enemy doesn't have vision on you. This is one of them. I love just chilling in this spot as Hela, because you can kind of just poke out and annoy the backline and then come back safely to cover. Let your healers heal you back up. Here we got a little too low, so we wanted to move over to this med pack, which we did not take. That was a mistake on my part. I don't know if it would have saved us there, but we definitely should have picked up that med pack. Learn from me. Learn from my mistakes. Right here we're regrouping. We do see some of the enemy team giving us sight lines on them, so we're not going to ignore that. And we do have our ult, so we're going to try and look to position a little aggressive. The only times I really ever get aggressive, like all crow into the enemy team, is when I'm expecting to ult. And unfortunately, that does also kind of telegraph to the enemy team that I'm about to ult. So it might be better to just kind of flank around and not give away what you're about to do. But there are definitely some situations where you kind of just have to ult anyway. Another really good use of Hela ult that I don't see used as often is just to keep yourself alive. It's actually very useful to just get if you have like a flanker or something, catch you at an off angle, like a Psylocke or something, put you in a bad situation where you know you're probably going to lose that 1v1. I don't have any issue with you blowing your ult just to stay alive in that situation. And you might even turn the 1v1 back in your favor. They might just run away, which is what they probably should do in that situation. But keeping yourself alive is a big deal. Every death to the enemy team counts. It gives them more ult charge. So the more you can deny, basically play your life is what we would say. You definitely want to be playing your life as much as possible. It's just as important as getting kills. It's just denying the enemy team kills. And here we're kind of working our way in. We're trying to get, once again, we're always trying to get access to that backline. You see, as soon as we saw, we didn't get a shot on Rocket, but we saw him poke out over there, and we immediately snapped our attention to him. Because he's basically like part of the puzzle piece of winning the team fight. And I like to think of it as like whenever you have the enemy team in front of you, there's certain pieces you need to remove from the field to be in order to win that fight. It's almost always the support in the back line. So it's not really a puzzle, but it's more or less like what are the things I need to do in order to allow my team to actually win this fight? And the answer is almost always kill those healers in the back line, and then the rest of the team will fold in front of them. Oh, we got a slow walk from our Groot from our Groot train. Epic. Yeah, so that was pushing. I do think Hela's probably slightly better on push than she is on defense, but she's good in any role. You can play her anywhere and get value out of it. The main issue with the reason I think she's better on attack versus defense is because on attack it's basically up to you to make the flanking plays and to push up aggressively and kind of go around the enemy team to get off angles. When you're on defense, you're kind of at the mercy of them doing it to you, and you getting flanked as Hela is usually not a good day. Because as soon as someone closes the gap on you, you lose your advantage in the fight. Outside of being able to get a cheeky stun on them. So I do think she's just better at forcing issues than she is denying enemy team space, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, here we recognize that there were too many of them in that hallway, so we did have to push back and give it up. We know that there's a Star-Lord in our back line, so we want to every once in a while turn our attention back to him and take shots at him. Right now, it's really just the tanks that have vision on us, so we're not too worried about standing out in the open here. We are playing in the open. We're not using cover very well. That's something we probably could change despite the current situation of mostly only having tanks look at us. That ultimate gave the team a chance to push up, and we're definitely dead here. We should have recognized that with Emma ulting like that, the rest of her team's probably going to push in aggressively behind her, and we need to just give them a little bit of space. You don't give them all the space, but giving them a little bit of space there would have been better than trying to stand there and everyone dying. Because again, on defense, your biggest goal is to waste as much time as possible. That is your main objective here, is to just waste their time. Anything you can do to deny what they're trying to do to kill your team. So just backing up a little bit. Like, it's a simple play, but it really can just ruin their day when they're trying to get big value out of their ults. One note, you can stand up on this ledge up here. And that's all I was trying to do here, was to just break line of sight and get to safety. I probably could have dove back to my team. It would have been a better idea in that situation. But just know that you can stand up on that ledge as Hela, and it's actually a pretty good spot. You can usually catch people off guard and they'll walk directly under you, and then it's a very easy time hitting them in the head. And I'm sure I don't need to explain how good headshots are in Hela. Usually 2 headshots will kill any player besides a tank. I think even Punisher will get killed, right? Because no, actually, he'll probably live with 20 health, because I'm pretty sure it's 140 for damage for a headshot on Hela, unless they changed it. So that actually means you'll only be getting 280 damage on him, and he has 300 health. So he'd have 20 health left. So 300 health characters are the exception there, I guess. Yeah, here we're with our team. We're just putting damage downrange. This is pretty much a cleanup time. We're going to clean up the enemy team, and then we're going to push up to this choke right here, and we're going to hold them there as long as possible. And this is, on defense, you really want to, on attack too, but on defense, you really want to know where the choke points are on the map, so that when you win a team fight, you can figure out where you need to position yourself to make it as hard as possible for them to be able to push back in and take space again. And that's what we're doing right here. We know that choke is a very hard spot for them to push through, so we try and hold them at that kill funnel as long as possible. Here they did manage to break through it, so we're just gonna back up, give them the space, and then we're gonna ult to basically stay alive here. I knew I wasn't really gonna get a whole lot of value out of that ult, but I was gonna keep myself alive. Here I should have immediately focused that rocket. I think I do end up getting the kill on him. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, as soon as you see that rocket, kill him. The supports all need to die in the back line, because once the supports go down, the rest of the team crumbles. There's very little chance they're gonna be able to win. And that's exactly what happened there. Is you saw the supports go down first, and now they're just trying to fend for their lives and maybe walk out gracefully. Of course, we deny them the ability to do that. So here, this is probably a little. I'm glad that I came back and denied line of sight. Just standing out in the open in that archway with the entire enemy team looking at us, maybe not the greatest idea in the world. Again, always hugging cover, and this is actually something I learned from playing so much Apex. Playing around cover is basically the bread and butter in that game, and it should definitely become part of your playstyle in this game, is just always abusing this third person camera is so useful. You can get visual on an enemy, and they won't have visual on you if you hug the wall like I did just there. Of course, I poked out and got myself killed. So yeah, that's just, I guess, helping to illustrate the point of playing around cover, always aggressively poking in and out of it when you want to shoot. Peeking for too long will get you killed, which is exactly what happened there. They were trying to get a kill on the rocket, couldn't quite find it. That Emma was low, but standing in that ult, we knew we probably weren't gonna kill her with another shot, and it's possible we could have stopped the rocket from making it in. So we made that split decision to try. This is way too aggressive here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna die. Again, you are not really a flanker. You absolutely want to take off angles with Hela, but you don't want to close the gap on the enemy team. You still want distance between you and the enemy when you're taking those off angles. So that because naturally what's going to happen when you take that off angle is usually one or two of them are going to turn and try and close the gap on you. That right there is good pressure for your team. Like, you basically taking attention away from the fight. When that happens, you basically want to crow back to your team and then take an advantage fight, because they're going to waste time trying to come chase you down. If you're back with your team, It's basically gonna give you a numbers advantage. So that's a very strong play to do on Hela, is to take an off angle to annoy them to come try and deal with you, and then immediately go back to your team and fight with them. Yeah, there again, we're kind of in the middle of stuff. I mean, almost all of our deaths are because we're not playing the style that we really should be playing, which is using cover aggressively, standing on an off angle, not necessarily with our team, and forcing the enemy to have to deal with us on top of it, like basically splitting the enemy team attention. That is where Hela really shines, in my opinion, because she can get back to her team really quickly. And so just understanding when you should be fighting inside your team and when you should be taking off angles is a very big skill set to have on Hela. Here we really, oh, I was gonna say, I think I win this, but I really shouldn't have. Psylocke honestly should win the close-up fight on you, but your stun can give you an advantage, and the stun actually gave us the ability to win that fight there, so we're pretty happy. Here we're trying to get an angle. My idea was to jump up those boxes and get an angle on the enemy respawn door, because we know they're all gonna come from this area. Of course, I screwed up my jump and fell, so oh well. There's also another way up back here, which I probably could have just tried from the beginning. Here we basically deny, it's ult for ult, and we're okay with taking that trade, because we actually end up finding, I think we killed this guy? No, we didn't kill that guy. But we at least found 2 kills with that ult. We denied the Psylocke her ult. And so yeah, again, if you want to ult just to save your life, or maybe to counter another DPS ult because they're all inning on you. Jesus, words are hard learned from me. Absolutely do it. Don't feel bad ulting to just save your life on Hela. It's totally worth it in my opinion. I mean, obviously you should try and find kills with it, but if you can just save your life and basically make a DPS waste their time by trying to hunt you down like that Psylocke did, do it. Do it every single time. But yeah, that was Hela in Season 2.5. I think she's one of the strongest characters in the game. I think she's been that way since the game came out, and I don't see her changing anytime soon. I don't know. There might be some Hela nerfs in the work, but yeah, stay tuned on that. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, they just buffed her. They gave her 2 extra shots, which is very nice, by the way. I didn't think I was gonna like it that much, but it's actually kind of pretty crucial, because there are a lot of times where I just barely hadn't killed somebody and had to reload and they get away, and that is no longer a problem for me. I get 2 extra shots to finish off those kills now. But yeah, that is Hela Season 2.5. I'm actually really enjoying Season 2.5, so I'm definitely gonna keep playing. I'm actually I got a really good game on Black Widow, which you will probably be seeing sometime in the near future, because I think she's actually okay this season. I won't say great. Widow is never probably going to be great unless they make her kill in 1 headshot, which I don't think they're going to do, because they know, like, she'll basically go from terrible to best DPS in the game if she can kill in 1 headshot, because she'll basically replace Hawkeye. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you learned something from this, or if you want me to do something else. Maybe I missed something, maybe I missed some play, maybe I could do a better job breaking down what I'm doing in each moment. I'm always looking to improve my commentary, and other than that, thanks again. Really appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. Until next time, stay frosty.